So for those of you who don't know me, I am a spiritual, empathic, or clairsentient channeler. It said that you declined, Kathleen, so let me try that one more time. Um, but anyways, and so I connect to people's higher self so you can get divine information that's directly for you. I'm trying to expand it out so I can give general information, but when I hear information that's being channeled through that we can all benefit from, that's when I come on here and I share these things. So when this past week, some things that were coming through was that right now we're purging out the reptilian brain. So that is big because you can think about reptilian brain, that's where, anger and fighting and really individualized, um, the ego, the self, where you're separate from other people. You're always in competition, where you have to fight for your ideas. You have to fight for your land. You have to conquer. You have to take over. All of those lower vibrational issues and responses and emotions are what comes from your reptilian brain. Um, so I'm going to keep inviting you, Kathleen. Hopefully we'll get a miracle and it'll come through. God, please. Um, so anyways, so we're purging that out right now. So the reptilian brain is where, so anyway, so therefore, I mean, humanity has been in that. So it's not just for you, it's for humanity, it's for this planet. So you're going to be purging out things that you're like, I've never felt this feeling, I've never had this thought, et cetera, et cetera. So how it may feel like to you, it may feel like flight, like you want to run away, you want to get out, you just want to escape, and I just don't care, I just want to leave my current environment. Or it may be fight, where you kind of get your hackles up and you're just getting into that argument, right? And you're getting ready to have that argument on Facebook, or have the argument somewhere else, or you're just in that, I just want to go ahead and push, right? And okay, hang on, someone said, Ricardo says, never heard Egypt in the head before I knew. Kind of cool. Yeah, that's about the Lionsgate. So, so Kathleen, hang in there, and we'll step off when I get through with this, and we'll get you on via Zoom. So, anyways, so when purging out the reptilian brain, you may feel like you want to fly, just run away. May feel like you want to fight. But as Kathleen reminded me last week when we had this conversation, it also may be freeze. And the reason we talked about it, because I was in that freeze state. So it's just like things are just so big in your mind, and they're just, emotions are so big that it's overwhelming your circuitry, overwhelming your system. And so you just freeze. And it may feel like, sorry, I'm trying to look at my board, which is too far away for these glasses. So, freezing may be feeling like you're overwhelmed. So when in these states, you may be drawn, so I'm going to look at my board occasionally, you may be drawn to things that make you feel more comfort. You know how like we're really depressed and we're like, I just want that comfort food. I want the chocolate chip cookies, right? Homemade. Or I may want that cheesecake pie. Or I may, want to call my old boyfriend so I just feel comfortable again. And you may go ahead and reach out to things, to people, to food that you perceive is going to bring you comfort. But you need to remember, when in that state, when in that consciousness of fight, flight, or freeze, you're in lower vibration. So in the lower vibration, your ego, because you're in third dimension, your ego is going to make you drawn to those things that are in lower vibration. So while you're feeling fear, anxiety, overwhelmness, hopelessness, you may, by reaching out to a lower vibrational comfort food, it's just going to keep you in that lower vibration. So this is where the little hiccup and challenge is. Really work on reaching for a higher vibrational comfort, right? That will nurture you. So try to reach for those higher vibrational people that will nurture you, food that will nurture you, events that will nurture you, things that nurture you, books, music, things that bring your vibration up and higher. So I noticed that for myself, I was reaching for that comfort food, and I believe I had gluten-free, so that part was good, pasta that was, that had Alfredo sauce on it. And I ate it, and it was just, I seriously, my body wanted to throw up. Within the first 3 bites, I knew this is what my body did not want, right? So, you know, the next time I felt it, I'm like, okay, I really want that cheesecake, right? Or the chocolate chip cookies. I'm like, no, let's try to find something that's healthier, that's higher vibrational. So reaching for raw foods, and there's a lot of raw food desserts you can make. There's a lot of raw food, you know, in general, because those have energy. They're vibrational. They're moving faster. Reach for people who are already talking about, you know, happiness and joy and love and compassion, collaboration. Reach out to those people to say, hey, I'm in a really bad spot. Can you just be with me for a little while? Events. Well, these days we don't really have an event, so I'd say go out, be in the woods, go be with nature. That's higher vibrational stuff. Music. There's a lot of different music out these days that really have a lot of higher vibration. On YouTube, you can find Hertz music, HZ, and that you can get, you know, it has like different vibrations for different feelings. So you can try that out, and it's all a little bit different. All right, let me go ahead and Kathleen, I'm inviting you one more time. I don't know if this is ever gonna work, but I'm gonna keep trying. I'm just gonna see whatever everybody else said. Pressure in the head like cold. That's different, Ricardo. So if you do feel pressure in the head, if it's like the center, that's your pineal gland opening. So I notice this when I work with a particular client, and his pineal gland is, I mean, he's doing a lot of focusing as far as open up his pineal gland. Hang on a minute, I want to know where my camera is. This is a new phone. Okay, there's the camera. This is a whole new phone to me, so yeah, so I'm just working on it. Adding. So I'm still trying to get Kathleen on here. So anyways, so whenever I talk with her, or him, sorry, I notice that my head has so much pressure because just by us connecting, so right there is a proof of by connecting to someone who is higher vibrational or of like vibration, right, it'll bring you up. So whenever I talk to him, my head just pressure. And it's like, all I need to do is give it permission to open up to my highest ease, right? We want it nice and easy. Let's see here. Pressure in the head. Leah says, I've been experiencing headaches lately, pineal gland opening. Exactly. Hi, Nikki. So anyways, moving on. So fear, if you're experiencing fear, sometimes you're just in the muck of it, right? And so when you're feeling that fear, it could be that you're purging it. So there's a difference between feeling, experiencing it, and moving through it and letting it go versus focusing on it and getting bogged down with it, right? So really try to find that difference, that differentiation. So because focusing on it in the way of you're wallowing it, no, I'm just really fearful and I want to climb in a corner, and what am I fearful of? Oh my God, it's you know, the vaccines, it's we're going to be taken over by a new government, or we're not going to have any choices, you know, right? No, don't do that. That is when you're not going to get out of it, and you're not transmutating that energy. So when you're transmutating that energy is when you look at it and you're like, okay, I'm feeling fear right now. Don't look for any more reasons to be fear. This is just how I'm feeling, right? And sometimes, as the old saying goes, my friend Helene shared this one with me, fear may not go away. You may have to push through this scared. And what's that called? That's called courage. And if you just ride the waves being in fear, it will leave faster versus if you find more reasons and you wallow in it, right? And of course, I'm not saying I would encourage you to listen to higher vibrational music. I would encourage you to find ways to soothe your soul. I would take a nap. I would take a salt bath. I would take anything to try to move yourself out of fear. Somebody else said it. Okay, I've been rubbing my cold stones on my face and head. Feels good. Ooh, I bet that's really good too, yeah. Especially if they're crystal stones. So for the head to be like, darn it, shoot. Leah, you can help me. Leah, what's the pink stone? I can't think. Rose quartz. There you go. Rose quartz is a really good one to keep around your head. Amethyst is good, but it also increases things too. So be careful with amethyst. So all right. So what we're talking about here is increasing your vibration. So what does that mean? So allowing the feelings of positivity, love, joy, beliefs, optimism, expectation, knowledge, appreciation, freedom, passion, enthusiasm. So if you want to learn how to do more joy, I think about 4 days ago, I did a video of how to, thank you, Leah. I did a video of how to increase your joy, and I just gave you like 5 steps, and there's more steps as well, but those are a good way to start. So you can go look at my channel for that. The more you increase your vibration, the more expanded you will become, the more space you will have that is filled with love and higher, I mean, light, pure light from Creator, right? Pure light from the universe. The more space you have for love, therefore you have more love to express and to give and to hold for others and for yourself and for this planet. So that's really all I had to share on my end. So Leah says, my fave, I sleep with one on my chest. Oh, yeah, it's yummy. Leah, guys, is a wonderful friend. She's into all this as well. In fact, she's coming out with a book. So as soon as it's ready, I will let you guys know. She's a really good friend of mine, and I really would love to go ahead and support her with all that. So guys, with that being said, is there any quick questions? I have no idea what time it is, but I'd like to jump off and quickly get online with, it's probably going to take about 5 minutes because I have to set up the Zoom link for Kathaleen to hook onto, and then we're going to set up and then attach it to here. So it'll be about 5 minutes, and then we'll come on with the Lionsgate info. So I'm literally going to give 15 seconds if no one has any particular question, or you can ask me that later, or actually just write it in the comment sections, any questions that you have, because I want to move this along because we have another appointment at 1 o'clock. So I love you guys. Mwah. Hope that was good and that helped. And I'll see you back here in 5 minutes. Bye-bye.